This scenery is like in a Degas picture. Good evening. I'm Nicole Bonnet from the New York FBI office.
Bonsoir. When did it happen?
I'm sorry?
Since when is the 18th District a part of New York?
My visit was arranged. Didn't your boss tell you?
We've got a custom here. We try not to annoy other people too much before the weekend.
I see that courtesy toward women is no longer practiced in Paris.
Oh, I'm sorry, mademoiselle. If you've come here just to enjoy Paris, I'm happy to serve.
Your superiors have asked the FBI for help. I came here because you suspect that a serial killer we've nicknamed the Puppeteer has moved to France.
I must warn you that you won't be allowed to partake in any investigative actions.
Don't worry, I'm not here to take the credit. I'm just an observer.
Well, in that case, please don't touch anything.
Can I ask a question?
Of course. The Yanks are allowed to learn too.
How is the woman killed?
We'll know that after the autopsy.
I don't see any wounds or traces of blood.
There are numerous other ways of killing a human being.
Yes, but our puppeteer ties his victims, cuts their arteries, and lets them slowly bleed to death.
Such a lack of haste indicates great self-confidence.
If it really was the puppeteer who killed the danseuse, he must have killed her earlier and brought her here already dead.
Why go to all this trouble?
That's the very essence of this case. The effort put into murdering a beautiful girl and posing her like in a painting by Degas.
You Americans are crazy about our artists, aren't you?
The killer doesn't have to be American, but as far as we can tell, he's stopped killing in the States.
A Frenchman, perhaps. He's an artist, am I right?
All we know about the puppeteer has been sent over to your department.
I'll read it on Monday, but now we deserve a short break. I would like to invite you for Margaret de Canard to a certain restaurant.
Could I stay here a bit longer?
My colleagues are waiting for me.
I'd like to look around a bit more.
It's never too late to learn, but to pass up on gourmandise, as you wish.
Thank you, Inspector.
But please, don't touch anything. That officer will stay here until the coroner arrives.
I'll make it. It won't take long.
Do you know why I took this particular man along with me today?
Because you don't like him?
Oui, bravo!
So you're staying here after all?
No, I'll be gone in a moment.
He's gone at last. A truly unpleasant frog. Nicole Bonnet speaking.
Do you know anything about our killer yet?
Well, we do have another dead girl here. I'm just not sure if it's the puppeteer's handiwork. It might be a copycat. After all, the press wrote a lot about him, even in France.
Find out as quickly as you can.
The French asked for our help, but the inspector's keeping all the information away from me. Could you intervene?
Not everything can be done through official channels. You'll have to convince him, somehow.
He doesn't want me here.
Well, perhaps he feels threatened, on a professional level. What? You don't know that feeling? Either way, collect some documents and photos and send them today.
I can't work behind his back.
Listen, you don't have too much time. My accountant is questioning me about these bills from Paris. These can't drag on endlessly.
I'm doing the best that I can.
I want this trip of yours to be a success, but if something goes wrong, I won't be the one going down.
Is everybody already scared of me?
Enough of that. Get to work.
Does the Bureau want me to fail? I have to show them I can manage without their help. I should take a photo of the body. Did the killer break the mirrors because he couldn't stand his own reflection? I should secure this piece of evidence. Names on this list mean nothing to me. This place has seen better times. Small wonder there's no light there. It's dark in there. Were you able to examine the room without proper lighting?
A few hours ago the light was better. The windows are really big.
Right. But wasn't anybody interested in the fact that the wiring was broken in a rehearsal room?
Do you have any ideas?
Maybe the killer did it.
But why? Couldn't he simply turn the lights off?
Perhaps he wanted to hide something from us in the darkness. I have to check that. Or, conversely, maybe he wanted to draw our attention to something.
That's quite an original thought.
Maybe he's an original killer. Let's hope not. Thanks, that's all. What are these strange crystals around her lips? What an amazing view. I wonder if I'll find some time to get on top of the Eiffel Tower. They missed this fingerprint. I think that the inspector will find it most interesting. Do you have a pencil?
Will a pen do?
No, I need a pencil with lead inside.
Hang on, I do. You can keep it. I don't need it.
Thank you. Thanks, that's all. Nicole, think. I hope that there are enough details on this print to make it identifiable. No can do. Did the killer leave this sign? The shadow clearly points to one of the planks. There are numbers on the bottom of this plank. 1793. Aren't you bored with this waiting?
Oui, I am, mademoiselle. All my colleagues have gone to a restaurant and are now off for the weekend.
I'm leaving, don't worry. But first, listen to me carefully, please.
Of course.
Here is the evidence. Please, give it to Inspector Petty.
On Monday?
Maybe you can still catch him at the police station.
He sure won't be thrilled.
Tell him I found new traces and a clue, possibly written by the killer.
That will floor him.
Will you spare a few minutes of your weekend for this?
Oui, mademoiselle.
The inspector has my card with the address of the hotel I'm staying at. If he's got any questions, he can call me at any time.
Very well, I'll tell him that.
I'm finished. Are you leaving now?
No, I have to wait for the guys to come pick up the body.
Small, cozy, classy hotel.
Bonsoir. How was your day?
Busy.
Then it's time to eat something.
I'm not really hungry, but all right. What would you recommend?
Hachis parmentier. It's a casserole made with potatoes and minced meat.
I think I would prefer something plain and simple.
I'm afraid we don't serve pizza.
You already know what I like. I'm sure you'll come up with something.
Oui, madame. You will be pleased.
All right. I'm going upstairs now. I have to make a phone call. It's very important.
Please come down in half an hour.
I like this room, though the bed is much too big. The workplace of an agent on a business trip. They warned me there would be problems like that here. I need an adapter. A light bulb for direct current. I could use some wires to connect that. Simple ones would do. There you are! I have a request.
Ah, would you like to join us? Sylvie Leroux, Miss Bonnet.
Hey, how are you?
Pleased to meet you.
How can I help?
I need an adapter for my charger. I can't charge up my cell phone.
This is a common enough problem, which is why I buy several adapters every now and again.
Oh, great.
Unfortunately, my absent-minded guests tend to take them when they leave. I have nothing like that at hand at the moment.
Where could I buy one?
Right now, probably nowhere, but I'll take care of it first thing in the morning.
Too bad it can't be done sooner, but thank you.
What about you, Sylvie? Don't you have one?
I understand your problem, but can't help you. I left mine in Malta.
Nothing to be done then. Will you wait with us for your meal?
Thank you, but I have to go back upstairs.
Please come back in a moment. Dinner is almost ready.
I can't wait till tomorrow. I have to think of something. I could use a short piece of wire.
Depends on what you have in mind.
I have to dig around in my laptop a bit.
How about a hair clip? I have a few lying around.
Oh, that's perfect. Thank you.
No problem.
I'm going upstairs. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, you too.
Please come back in a moment. Dinner is almost ready.
And they're sent. Now our specialist will take care of the pictures. Hello?
New York FBI office, how can I help you?
Ruth? You still at work? It's Nicole. I have a request.
Oh, it's you, honey. Where are you, in the jungle?
Very funny. I'm in Paris.
Oh, right. Can see some pictures coming through from Paris.
They're from me.
What should I do with them?
Give them to Nick. Have him take a look.
You're out of luck. He's gone for longer.
As usual. Well, give them to Fred then. Ask him to compare them with the materials on the Puppeteer case.
All right. Any specific hints?
No. The position and attachment of the body, the broken mirror, the imprint on the glass. He'll know.
When are you coming back?
Soon, I guess. There's not much I can do here.
In Paris? You can party all night long.
How's my cat?
Perfectly fine. Which can't be said about my refrigerator.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Inspector Petty.
Nice to hear you. Did the officer deliver the evidence?
Yeah, thank you. We'll analyze it.
If I could draw your attention to the...
Maybe later. The brass has asked me to pass on some news.
Yes?
We've got another murder. Looks like the same perp.
Where?
On Montmartre.
I'll go there then, okay?
Whatever suits your fancy. You'll have to find it on your own, though. Rue de Nouveau, 513.
All right. Thank you for the call.
Good night, mademoiselle.
That's a good idea. I'll just rent a car.
Yes, may I help you?
I can't sleep, jet-lagged, you know. If I wanted to take a walk around the area, what would you recommend I see?
At this hour, the Place du Tertre.
Oh, the Artist Square.
More like tourists, but it does have a nice atmosphere. Artists draw portraits for a few euros.
It's a waste of time.
I don't know. You're so pretty. They'll be climbing over one another just to draw you. Give them a chance.
Maybe I should rent a car. I won't have to call cabs all the time.
Are you going somewhere else afterwards?
I don't know yet.
Driving around the city during the day is not a good idea. You should take the subway or the bus.
But it shouldn't be a problem at this time of day.
Provided you can find a parking space.
Either way, I'd like to have it now.
Oh la la, it's late. There's no way I'll find you one now.
Well, make it tomorrow then.
All right.
Could you call me a cab?
But of course, but what about dinner?
Just put it in the fridge for me.
It won't be as tasty if it is reheated.
Oh well.
Henri, Pierre Montagnac, please send a cab to my hotel. Yes, straight away. Merci. The cab will be here shortly.
Great. Thanks, that's all. I won't enter through the window. Didn't let you go, eh?
And I was already halfway out the door. The old man must hate me.
You're not the only one.
And he's not the only one to hate me either. Those criminals love to make us work weekends.
What do you know about the victim?
It's a girl. She was a regular here.
Why can't men just stick to murdering each other? Any evidence?
I'm telling you, the inspector was gobsmacked when he saw how much you collected there.
I can imagine. But I'm asking about this murder here.
C'est maman.
Like the puppeteer? Whose apartment is that?
One Jack Dupree, a countryman of yours. The neighbor heard a quarrel in his apartment today.
That's very interesting. Have you brought him in yet?
You'll have to ask the inspector about the details. Except I think he's busy now.
Is that know-it-all here? Send her up here.
I'll come by at a later time. I'm here, Inspector.
What's a beautiful woman like you doing here? You should be enjoying the delights of Paris rather than snooping around holes like this one.
Thank you for your concern, but I already took a walk along the Montmartre.
Oh, you needn't have. We'll mail you all the data you asked for.
Well, since I'm already here, how about you tell me something about the suspect?
Sure, he's an American by the name of Jack Dupree.
How long has he been here?
Several weeks. Fits with your puppeteer.
We'll have to check the dates. Any evidence? Fingerprints?
Yes, they're being compared right now.
So, who's the victim?
Jacqueline Lorraine, another dancer. This time from the Moulin Rouge.
Judging by the hooks and ropes, her body was arranged too.
He hung her up above the floor as if she were doing a grand jeté just there, where the blood stain is.
Blood? Well, that doesn't sound like the puppeteer. He always prepares his victims meticulously.
Well, he could have taken a shortcut this time. You think these psychos are some sort of divine creatures? But they sometimes lose control of the situation. I know what I'm talking about. I've seen it up close.
What about the doll? Did he leave a doll?
No, but most probably someone startled him.
Do you have a witness?
Yes, a woman living in this building.
Did she witness the murder?
No, but we've got the killer in our grasp anyway.
Can I be present at his interrogation?
Do you really want to sit around with us in those stuffy rooms?
Yes, I do.
Well, you know, we haven't exactly caught him yet, but it is a matter of hours.
It's very important to us. We need to be sure whether or not he's the puppeteer.
You will be. We'll squeeze him like a lemon.
Can I count on you calling me? Like now?
I'll try, but it's easy to forget when you're swamped with work like me.
Of course, I can contact your superiors directly, but it's not quite the same as talking to a colleague who works in the field. See, I'm going back to the States. I want to have something substantial for my boss.
He must be driving you hard, too. I can see it in your haste and your insistence.
I knew you'd understand. After all, neither of us is sitting in a cozy cafe right now.
I hope we'll have the opportunity to get to know each other better on private grounds.
Yes, professional contacts distort true human relations.
Please, take my card. The design is lovely, isn't it?
Oh, yes. Thank you.
If not now, maybe next time.
I'm sure I'll come back to visit. I love France. My father comes from here.
Really? Ah, that explains your French surname.
My father can talk about French cuisine and wine for hours.
I could feel you weren't born under the sign of the hot dog.
And I could feel you had brilliant intuition.
Just forget about the case for a moment. Go to a good restaurant, enjoy life like you would a fine dinner. As you can see, not everybody lives to see the main course.
Can I take a look around?
There's no need. This time we really did check everything thoroughly.
Oh, no, that's not what I've...
We'll send you all the files, but stop nosing about here for now.
Will you let me know if something happens?
Take my advice. Forget about the case for a while.
The window is already half open, so it'll be easy. It looks like a toolbox. I may find something useful in it. A reprint of Toulouse-Lautrec's poster advertising the Moulin Rouge. I heard someone saw the killer.
Yes, the woman who lives in apartment 12 on the floor below.
What did she say?
She passed Dupree in the doorway around the time the murder was committed.
I'd like to talk to her. Is she at home or at the station?
She's home, but she's very scared.
What's her name?
Agnes Gouchet.
I'll try to talk to her. I'll go talk to that woman.
I'm not sure she'll want to talk.
Good evening. My name is Nicole Bonnet. I'd like to talk to you for a moment. Madame Gouchet, I'm sorry to bother you at such a late hour, but I have to talk to you about the murder.
I already gave them my statement. Now leave me alone.
Just a few questions.
I don't know you.
I have to talk to you about the murder.
Leave me alone.
Michel Petty, police inspector. Inspector Petty is busy. He sent me to ask you a few questions.
Let me sleep. I'm already at my wit's end after what happened.
Madame Gouchet, I'm sorry, but this is necessary. This man can try to kill again. Maybe we'll save somebody's life.
Jesus, and my life doesn't count for anything?
You are safe. Did you get a good look at him?
He ran out as if he was in a hurry to see his mistress. I only saw his back, but it was definitely that American.
Jack Dupree?
Yes, dressed like always. Same height and hair color. I already told the inspector all of this.
What was this Dupree like, as a person?
Before? He was nice, but he didn't talk much. He couldn't express himself fluently in French.
And back then, when he was leaving, was there anything odd about his behavior, apart from the fact that he was in a hurry?
I don't know. Something metal fell on the sidewalk, like he dropped his keys, but he didn't even hear it.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I won't fall asleep without my pills anyway.
I can't reach that. I can see a toolbox behind you.
A toolbox? Oh, right.
Can I take a look inside?
Better not. It belongs to Michel, the technician. He gets really mad when someone digs around in his tools.
Can I look inside the toolbox?
No, you don't want to get on Michel's bad side.
I wonder if anything interesting is written here. Have you read what they're writing about you yet?
Really? Where?
Where they say the police are clueless.
It's really dark in here.
I wonder if it's closed. Treasures. What was I looking for again? If I don't find any new evidence, at least I'll have something to keep sandwiches in.
There was a man here, urgently waiting to see you.
Who was he?
I think he was American. He couldn't wait for you, so he left a letter.
All right. I'll read it as soon as I get back. Could you send a cab for me?
Someone will be there shortly.
Thank you.
The pleasure is all mine.
Could I have that letter?
Here you go.
And the man didn't introduce himself.
No, he was very nervous.
That's interesting. Thank you. I'm innocent. Please meet me at the Pont des Invalides at 11 p.m. Please, don't tell the police. Jack Dupree. I'll meet him. Maybe he's innocent after all. This letter doesn't fit a serial killer profile. Where is the Pont des Invalides?
Oh, that is quite far. You'd better take a cab.
Could you get one for me, please?
For what time?
For right now.
Calling now. Do you Americans ever eat dinner?
I completely forgot.
You'll starve yourself to death.
I promise I'll eat it as soon as I get back.
I'll hold you to that.
Are there any cafes here that are reminiscent of the early 20th century?
If you would like to experience the flavor of Old Montmartre, you could go to the La Panagile.
La Panagile? Does it have anything to do with the decadent La Boheme?
Yes, the cabaret was immortalized in the art of its regular patrons, like Pablo Picasso or Utrillo.
Oh, I remember. It's that distinctive building on the corner of a steep little street.
That's the one. There you can listen to old chansons parisiennes in an incredible atmosphere. I highly recommend it.
Thanks, that's all. And they're sent. Now our specialist will take care of the pictures. Perhaps I should take the laptop with me. I'll be able to write down the conversation without coming back to the hotel. Then I can take a walk along the Seine for a while. I have to change. I won't walk around Paris in a suit. Jeans and my favorite jacket. This will be more comfy.
I need your help.
You should turn yourself over to the police.
I'm an American, like you are.
I'll notify the consul. You'll have legal counseling and contact with your family.
I'm already too deep. Someone's trying to frame me.
Why should I believe you?
Letters. Everything started with the damn letters I received in New Orleans.
The police will surely take that into account. I can't help you.
You have to see them. I stashed them in my apartment.
Has anyone instructed you that you have no authority to conduct investigations here?
If you mean Jack Dupree, we only exchanged a few words.
I don't care how many words you exchanged. The problem lies with the fact that you saw him at all.
He asked me to meet him.
And why did you take your gun?
That wasn't my gun. The assailant dropped it.
I won't have cowboys shooting each other in our streets. Do you understand?
I understand. You prefer to shoot yourselves on your own.
I am but one of very many inspectors here in Paris. But I assure you that in this case the brass is behind me 100%.
Congratulations. You're up for a promotion.
For your own good, I advise you to go to your hotel and pack your bags. Then, one of our officers will drive you to the airport. Oh, one more thing. All the evidence stays here.
If we're to catch the plane, you have to start packing now.
There was a man asking about you. His name was Carnot, Louis Carnot. He really wanted to meet you.
I don't know him. But he can wait for me if it's so important. Did you get that car for me?
Of course. Here are the keys.
You don't have many guests this time of year?
No, but it is the most pleasant time. In the evenings, you can sit at a table and talk with your friends.
True. This place does have a familiar atmosphere.
I'm glad you appreciate it.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Always at your service.
I'm causing you so much trouble. Your colleagues are almost done with their dinner and you're still stuck in uniform.
It's not your fault. That's my job.
You know what? I'll find my way to the airport. Why don't you punch out?
I don't know, my orders were to personally see to it you got on the plane.
You don't trust me?
It's not that. An order's an order. You missed that plane and they cut my bonus.
I arranged to return the car at the airport. How about I just drive behind you?
Alright, that's fine. Just stay close to me.
You'll see me in your rearview mirror. Besides, I can leave first, and you'll just pass me once we're on the road.
Please hurry.
Is there another way out of the hotel?
There's a way out through the back door, for staff only.
Can I use it?
I can assure you it's much easier to use the front entrance.
Thank you. I'll see you later.
Always at your service.
You know what? I feel guilty. Can I order you some coffee and a croissant?
I am on duty.
So am I. But you can't just fall asleep or keel over from hunger waiting for me to get ready. Just a little gesture between the FBI and the French police.
Fine, but just a quick bite. We can't miss that plane. Please hurry.
I'm curious about the behind-the-scenes of the famed French cuisine.
Do you have any doubts about the quality of our dishes?
No, not at all.
Well, I'm glad. And you won't find any tourist attractions in the back. No monuments there. All of our ingredients and dishes are fresh. The rest remains a secret.
I see. Well, if that's the case, then I would like you to secretly prepare me some coffee and a croissant.
Excellent. Finally, you'll eat something here.
I'm not going any further. The officer is sure to see me. Is this my coffee and croissant?
Yes, the croissant is delicious. I'm sure you'll enjoy it.
Thank you.
Bon appetit. I'm sorry, the phone in the back is ringing. I have to get that.
I brought you your coffee and croissant.
Thank you, but that really wasn't necessary.
Well, since I already brought it over, you wouldn't want it to go to waste, would you?
Alright, if you insist. Please hurry.
I finished packing.
Can we go?
Yes, let's go. I need to find another entrance to this apartment. I like the adrenaline rush. Unfortunately, it's blocked. Maybe I should bend it to reach for the lock. A real Paris loft. Now it only needs an artist. Glasses, pills, form, nothing unusual. I have a hunch this could be helpful. These items don't match. Trial and error, they say.
These numbers don't look like a phone number, more like a code. A stack of letters from Mark Twain. Jack was very anxious to find the box and the notebook. I hope these notes can help to exonerate Jack Dupree.
5/14/2007. That was a strange incident with the box. 5/16/2007. I finally managed to open it. I wouldn't have done it without the key. Inside, there are documents written in French. Unfortunately, most of them are very damaged. I found an odd metal object in a side compartment. I have no idea what it could be used for. 5/19/2007. I ordered one of the better preserved pages to be translated. According to it, my ancestor changed his name immediately after he arrived in New Orleans. His real name was Gerard Louis de Bougainville. He came from France around 1793. 6/14/2007. I decided to explore my roots. Today, I'm leaving for France. I've been putting this trip off, but I think it's for the best. July 30th, 2007. Paris is truly beautiful at this time of year, especially since I found an apartment in the heart of the city. While cleaning, I found some sort of ancient hidden compartment in the spirelight. August 2nd, 2007. My first search through the archives didn't yield anything. I feel like somebody's throwing obstacles under my feet. August 4th, 2007. Yesterday, someone broke into my apartment. Luckily, the documents were well hidden. All in all, nothing went missing. I reported it to the police, but they didn't seem to care very much. I think somebody's coming. I better hide.
I am sorry for taking up your precious time.
Yes?
Please, tell me what happened to Jacques. I hear he's been arrested.
Why do you come to me with that question, and not the French police?
As an American citizen, you might have a different point of view.
That's irrelevant. Jack is a friend of yours?
I met him in New Orleans. I was on business securing some construction contracts. We worked well together.
This was this year?
Yes, a few months ago.
Is that all you wanted to discuss?
I'd like to know if there was any way I could help him.
I don't think so, but leave your business card, just in case.
Of course. Here you go.
Louis Carnot, construction entrepreneur.
What is the basis for the accusations against Jacques? They found evidence at his apartment?
They found the body of his mistress. That sounds like a pretty strong lead, doesn't it?
Jacques told me he kept some valuable documents at his apartment. Were they retrieved?
Please, ask the police. Why are you so interested in these documents?
That was the last thing we talked about. Somehow that stayed in my memory.
If you'll excuse me, I'm pressed for time.
Thank you for the conversation.
I don't trust him. His questions about the documents make me wonder. And the whole New Orleans thing? Could it be an accident? Do you have a safe in here?
Yes? What is it that you would like to store?
This little box. This box is quite valuable. I don't want to risk keeping it in my room.
Yes, I've noticed it is quite an old and pretty item.
It's sort of a family heirloom.
Are you interested in antiques?
Not really.
Well, in case you change your mind, I have a friend with expertise in that field.
Thanks, but no thanks.
Just asking.
I might be needing the box back in a little while.
No problem. Anytime you want.
There's a name as well as a mobile number, but no address.
Montmartre, district of artists and playful women. This is where Toulouse-Lautrec made sketches of women dancing the can-can. This is where Edith Piaf used to sing. It's a legendary review. Too bad it's closed today. The back doesn't look quite as good. The most important thing is that the windmill is still revolving. We need an alternative solution. This won't work. The bucket is filled. These items don't match. No can do. Well, my gym training paid off. Man, that's heavy. Maybe my coach was right to tell me that I exercise too little. Trial and error, they say. Locked. Locked. Were they afraid of unexpected guests?
Remember the deal. He can't be allowed to find anything. Get him to tell you all he knows, and take from him the things he was talking about. Hurry up, or I'll stop being nice. Be smart. I know you want to live.
A medicine vial, and a medicine vial, and a medicine vial, and a medicine vial? And what's that inside? fizzing tablets. Apart from being a medicine, they also have another, more spectacular use. Mark Taine. Who was he to Jacqueline to write so many letters to her?
It's a good thing plastic hands don't bleed.
Damn it, where is she?
What? You don't like nightclubs anymore?
I saw her go in. She must be hiding somewhere around here.
If you had killed her the first time, you'd now be sitting in front of the TV, drinking a beer.
It was dark, and I tripped.
So, go downstairs, turn on the light, and shoot her. Just don't fall down again.
Someone is upstairs. I should disappear. This extinguisher has potential. So much energy locked in a metal bottle.
What are you doing in my car?
Keep your eyes on the road. What were you doing in the dressing room?
You better leave the car, or I'll call the police.
Yes, Inspector Petty will gladly talk to you about the Moulin Rouge break-in.
Do we have mutual friends?
Tell me about Jack Dupree.
I know what he's been doing for the last couple of weeks.
Going around murdering people?
Oh, come on. You don't actually believe that.
That's what the French police think.
They had no choice. The weekend newspapers get remembered for much longer. They couldn't just admit they were helpless.
What exactly was Dupree doing here?
He came here to trace his family's history.
Yet another Yankee coming back to his roots?
Roots that are 200 years old.
So, what's this history like?
Dark and tragic. Picture this. The chaos of the French Revolution. People trying to escape the guillotine.
How about you start from the beginning?
One aristocrat, Jean-Jacques Bougainville, signed a deal with Lucas Carnot.
Which of the two is Dupree's forefather?
Bougainville. Carnot was supposed to secure transport to America for the Bougainville family. Unfortunately, something went wrong. Almost all of them were caught and executed.
What has that got to do with the murders?
Jack was inspired to investigate his family's past by some letters he got in New Orleans from a mysterious Mr. Taine. And Jack came here to meet him.
Did he?
Nope.
Jack was saying that he had been framed.
According to Jack, strange things started to happen around him.
Like what?
Someone broke into his apartment and searched through it.
I think I know what they were looking for.
Do you have it?
What?
Let's not play games. The box with the documents.
Maybe. Why is it so important to you?
Jack is dead. The box is now the only source of information in this case.
The police consider the case closed.
For now. You think this concludes the killing spree?
I wish it did. Really.
Will you show me the contents of this box?
Very well. I need to retrieve it from the safe. Jack is dead. Why are you still involved in this?
I need to know why my clients keep dying. My professional reputation is at stake.
You're in for a difficult task.
I know. No one said it'd be easy.
I'll go downstairs and get Jack's box.
I'll wait.
I need to have a look inside my box.
Just a second. I'll get it. Here you go. Your box.
Thank you. So you're on duty from dawn till dusk?
I gave the reception guy a few days off. You know, no vacation during the summer in our industry.
And you never take a vacation?
Sometimes, when my wife fills in for me.
And where do you go then?
I visit my friends. I'd probably complain about the quality of the service if I stay at a hotel.
Box. It's supposed to include the letters Jack mentioned on the bridge.
I opened it. I can see some scraps inside. Put it together. I hope it doesn't fall into pieces. I managed to glue a piece of map. I have the box.
And? What's inside?
Here, look.
It's either a plan or a map.
I think this is a crucial element of the story.
Maybe it's a clue where to meet or hide.
There is a sketch of a castle by the water. Is that a port on the route to America?
The parts you have put together are just a fraction of a map. As long as we don't get to see the rest of it, we can only guess.
Where should we look for the rest? And the letters. What do you make of them?
This name, Mark Taine.
Who is that anyway?
He's a very mysterious man, and he's everywhere.
He sent those letters to Jack and the danseuses from Moulin Rouge.
I also got something from him. A few strange job orders.
What kind of orders?
He wanted me to find a living heir of one person, Sophie Sorian.
Now I remember. Taine's name is in the registry of the ballet rehearsal room.
On what date?
The day of the danseuse's death.
That's no coincidence.
Let's pay Mark Tane an unexpected visit.
I don't think you'll let us in at this time of day. Why don't we study the documents a bit closer and deal with him tomorrow?
If he's involved, we don't have much time. Remember, we're chasing a serial killer. Tonight or tomorrow, someone else might die.
We need to convince the police. Unfortunately, I don't see enough arguments to support our theory.
I see you're not prepared to back me up.
I'm not on good terms with the inspector leading this case, but maybe you can do something.
And I was hoping you would.
Me calling Inspector Petty would bury our chances.
And with me, it's even worse. But we have to go there.
Let's go there on our own then, but don't expect a pat on the back for it.
Too bad. We're dealing with an emergency situation here. Let's go then. No point in wasting time.
Yeah, you only live once.
I'm astonished at what we found here.
So am I. What do you make of it?
It's a murderer's hideout. It's all laid out for us.
Yeah, but now we have to analyze all this very carefully.
The murderer is a perfectionist, haunted by some sort of obsession.
That makes him perform the bloody ritual again and again.
The dolls, they're the key.
They're old, if I'm not mistaken.
They're stylized that way. This must be very important to the killer.
So what message is he trying to convey through them?
The dolls are different every time. They're witnesses. Did you see what's in those photos?
First and foremost, the victims. That part I get. He was meticulously planning the murders.
Second, he photographed us as well.
He was watching the murder scenes closely.
Thus, satisfying the need for control, being the master of the situation.
Third, I have a feeling that there are photos here of people he was working on. Please photograph this.
These photos point to potential victims. How should we warn them?
I hate to say it, but I gave him one victim on a plate.
How so?
That antiquarian from Mazara in the Pyrenees. He asked me to track him down.
When did you give him the info?
Yesterday.
So, we need to go there right away. Will you come with me?
If the police catch Tane, I won't. There's no point.
We need to be prepared for the worst-case scenario. I think he could come in here at any minute.
And we're not here legally.
We need to put the police on the right track to catch him.
So, we leave and carefully consider our next move.
I'll finish in a little bit. Just let me look around for a few more minutes.
All right, but don't take too long.
It seems even more mysterious when you look closer. Since I came from France, I thought someone was watching me. I hope he didn't drink his coffee wearing gloves. Driver's license in a wardrobe. Who on earth only uses the subway?
Mark Tane's driver's license.
Make pictures while everything is still unmoved.
I already have a photo of this piece of evidence. This key needs bending. It's Mark Tane. Who is the murderer, then? The killer has fled. Who is he? It's high time to evacuate. That's an awful lot of smoke.
No wonder. It needs to get rid of the heat somehow.
Nothing serious.
As long as the vehicle is not on fire, no reason to panic, señorita.
How long will it take?
What?
The repairs.
Well, you know, if it was a good car...
It wouldn't have broken in the first place, I know.
What I mean to say is, if it was a good Spanish car, I would have the spare parts right here.
Oh, so you say. So, what exactly happened?
I don't know yet. Perhaps the cooler broke down.
But you will repair it today.
I don't think so. It can take a few days.
What a piece of trash they had for rental.
I'm surprised you managed to get this far.
Should I leave the car keys?
Of course. What do you think?
All right, here you go. This town seems a bit empty.
Have you traveled far to get here?
I came from Paris.
So many kilometers to end up in such a crap hole?
I deal in ancient books.
Why, you should have told me you were looking for the antiquarian.
Where can I find him?
Nearby at the marketplace. Everything is nearby here.
Have you got any tourist attractions around here?
Lots of them. All of them old ruins. You like old ruins, señorita?
You mean like that castle on the hill?
No, I meant the citizens of this town.
I'm gonna take a look around town. I'll be back soon.
No need to rush. These repairs will take me a while.
This seems like a ghost town. The shop is closed. It smells of old books, but there are no moths. Mr. Antoine Sourian?
That's correct, young lady.
My name is Nicole Bonnet. I'm American.
I have some business contacts with antiquarians from New York. Have any of them recommended my services?
I'm not a client. This has nothing to do with your business.
Would you care to join me for a glass of wine from my vineyard?
I'd love to, but a bit later, perhaps.
All right. Let's get straight to the point. What is this about?
Your life is in danger.
Oh, that's quite obvious when you've turned 70.
It's not about your age. Someone wants to murder you.
Unbelievable. What's going through your heads, young people?
Let me start from the beginning.
I think that'd be best.
I work for the government of the United States. I came here to investigate the case of a serial killer who's moved from the States to Europe.
Is this some kind of candid camera TV show?
No. The French and American police are both working hard on this case.
But what have I got to do with all of this?
The murderer chose you to be the next victim.
Me? Why?
We don't know. Do you know a Mark Twain?
I don't recall. Who is it?
The murderer pretends to be him.
I don't understand any of this. I've never had many enemies. A few clients have had some complaints, but never to such an extent.
The killer isn't driven by personal grudges.
So why is he murdering people?
He bears a grudge against the entire world. Fate. His own past.
Yes, I've read about this. The victims are essentially irrelevant.
But they match the scheme the murderer creates, and they're chosen very carefully.
But why me? This is ridiculous.
You can't reason with the murderer.
What I mean is that you must have falsely judged the situation.
I was at the murderer's apartment, but he managed to get away. But I'm sure that he chooses his victims using this bizarre formula, and that you are his current target.
What formula?
I don't know. But for every victim, he reconstructs a family tree dating back to the French Revolution.
This makes me think of... I guess this is irrelevant, but can you give me the victims' names?
Luc Crespien, Marie Parker, Jean Murphy, Gilbert Marmontel, Elizabeth Suppot, René Fourier. I have some photos of notes and genealogical research done by the murderer.
Unfortunately, I can't see very well, and I'd really like to take a closer look at this.
Do you have a computer?
I am very old-fashioned. No, I don't.
How about I print them out?
That's a very good idea. In the meantime, I'll go through my archives to find a certain list.
I'll go print the photos.
You can do that in the shop. I'm waiting anxiously for your return.
The shop is closed.
Like a bullet from a gun, she arrived on the scene. A young detective who doesn't know the meaning of fear.